Hey there, YouTube friends, and welcome back to the Millionaire House. If you're new here, my name is Melanie, and I'd like to welcome you to the channel. I'm really excited about today's video because I'm going to be doing a vlog sharing my experience with microblading. I've really been wanting to do this for a long time, really the last couple years, but I just wanted to take my time and do my research because after all, it's my face. But I finally found someone that I'm comfortable with, and I'm excited to let her do this. And I'm going to share with you. So a little bit of background. My eyebrows have always been really thin, but over the last couple of years, they seem to just be doing this disappearing act. And it's just becoming increasingly difficult to do my makeup routine every day. I can't get them even and full. It's kind of a mess. So spending all this money on product trying to get it done when I could take this route and do something that's, a little more permanent, if you will. It's semi-permanent. But just to kind of save some time that I really would like to be devoting to some other things during my day. Now, there are lots of different ways that this process is done. There's microblading and there's something called nanoblading, which is what I'm going to have done. It's almost the same thing from what I understand, except with the nanoblading, there's a machine that's used, so there's a lot more precision involved. And I really want I want my eyebrows to look as natural as possible when I'm not wearing makeup, but I don't want it to look like nothing's there. And that's what they look like now when I don't have makeup on. So that's it. So I'll show you my face before, and I'll show you after, and then I'll do a follow-up video. It takes a few weeks. You have to go back for a touch-up appointment, and then I think we'll be all set. So I really hope you enjoy. Let me know in the comments below if you've had microblading done or nanoblading or both, and which one you prefer. Okay, you guys, today is the day. I'm really excited. So I just got out of the shower. I wanted to show you a close-up of what my eyebrows look like. No makeup. My face is a little puffy. We went out last night to a hibachi grill, and there's a lot of salt, so I'm a little puffy this morning, but here's the before. I'm gonna put on a little bit of makeup and head over to the appointment. Okay, I just pulled up to my appointment, and Carrie just pulled up too, so I'm gonna go in and get all my paperwork turned in, and hopefully, I don't know if she's gonna let me vlog while I'm inside getting the work done, but if she does, I'll try to turn on the camera, and if not, you'll see the after. So this is me with just my everyday makeup on, so you can see. I basically am trying to achieve a look like this, just a little bit fuller when there's no actual makeup on. So that's what I'm going for. Super excited. Let's go. Okay, you guys, I'm here with Carrie. Say hi, Carrie. She's going to take my makeup off, and we're going to look at all the options to see what's going to be the best fit for what I have going on. Okay, so we are mapped out now. Don't let this scare you. This is just like a map, right? Like, so it's not gonna look like this, but I want you guys to see.
So the actual strokes will be between the bottom outline and the top outline. So all this in here.
Okay.
And if you can see where your hair is really where I'm working. I'm not going way above or below. It's just kind of over in your arch area where you're missing it the most.
Right.
So that's where most of the structure is going to be.
Okay. Okay, we back. Okay, we are all mapped out. She's setting up. Gonna give me some numbing cream and get started. Okay, so now we're deciding on a color. Carrie's gonna do kind of a custom blend for me with the middle and the one on the left, I guess this is gonna be left. So we are getting closer. This looks so pretty.
Right? Yeah, they look like they grew in like this.
amazing.
Fun stuff, right?
Yeah. I can't believe it. You gave me eyebrows again.
You can kind of tell where the hair is when I do this, but it blends like... That blend is good stuff right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Cool.
You are a master. It's
Thank you.
True. Okay, you guys, I'm all done. I am loving the results. Super happy. I highly recommend Carrie. She is amazing. She walked me through the entire process. She knew I was a big scaredy cat. Hey, you guys, I'm hopping on real quick to give you a nice close-up. Today is Monday. I had the procedure done on Saturday, so it's 2 days. It looks much darker than it's gonna look right now. Kind of freaky, but she told me to expect this. This is absolutely normal. So I just wanted you to see before I put my makeup on what it looks like. Okay, I'll keep you posted. Just a little bit of peeling, no scabbing though. Hey everyone, it's officially day 7. So a week ago today, I got the Nanoblading done. So I'm still very much so going through the healing process, but for the most part, I feel like I'm on the back end of it. I'm gonna go a little bit closer so you can see. I feel like my eyebrows look phenomenal. I put on basically my full face of makeup today. So this is like my Target run day, and I put on makeup. There's nothing on my eyebrows, so there's no pencil, no shadow, nothing. Because they still need this finish peeling. They're still peeling a little bit. So it still may look a little bit darker than it's going to look, but I'm a happy girl. So I figured I'd end this just showing you what it looks like, and then if you're interested in seeing what it looks like after my touch-up appointment, which will be in 3 more weeks, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to show you. But I wanted to answer some questions. I did a whole story over on Instagram, which I'll link in the description box, but I had several recurring questions that seem to be the theme, so I'm gonna answer a few of those today for you. So I've got my computer pulled up. So the first question I got the number one most asked question was, does it hurt? So the short answer is no. They give you a numbing cream, and if you've got a great artist like I did, Carrie over at Brows and Beauty A Go-Go, I'll have her linked. She's phenomenal. She keeps applying the cream throughout the process, so it doesn't hurt. So if I had to compare it to something, I say it feels kind of like you ladies who've had short haircuts or cropped haircuts, like when you go to your barber and the clippers need to be sharpened, you feel like little bites. That's how it felt on my eyebrows. So like bites, but not pain. Okay, so no, don't be afraid if you're a big scaredy cat like me. Just get the numbing cream and you'll be good to go. The next question was, is it permanent? So no, Nano is very similar to microblading. It's not permanent. Typically speaking, everyone is different. But typically speaking, you know, your results can last usually anywhere from 12 to 24 months. And so it just depends on the person. So I use sunscreen, so that should help prolong it a little bit. But you know, for the cost, for me, the amount of time that it saves, I literally put my makeup on in 10 minutes today and not 20. And that was one of my goals. So I'm super excited about it, and no, it's not permanent. Another question that I got a lot of was, why did I go with nanoblading versus microblading? So I thought this was important to talk about because everyone has different goals, right? So for my goals, I was really concerned about, at the end of the day, it's your face. So obviously we all care about what happens with our face. So I didn't want a lot of trauma. And the reason it took me so long to make the decision in the first place was because I was concerned about, you know, will there be scarring? Will the natural hair grow back? And the answer to that is yes, it should. From a lot of people actually saw increased hair growth in the areas that they had the procedure done on. But again, everyone's different. Talk to your doctor, talk to your artist. But for me, the Nano seemed to be less invasive. And as a woman of color, you know, we have to consider the melanin in our skin. We have to consider, you know, if you're prone to keloiding and things that, you know, some other women may not have to think about. So those were some of the things that I was very, very concerned about. I don't want scarring on my face. I don't want any permanent alterations on my face. And so Nano seemed to be the way to go. So I'm going to read you, this is just one of the pages that I went to when I was doing the research on my own to talk about the difference between microblading and nanoblading. Nanoblading is a much gentler form of semi-permanent makeup and is less likely to cause trauma on the skin. With microblading, the pins that form the blade are rigid, whereas the pins used for nanoblading that are inserted into the device are super fine, which gives you the word nano, and also flexible. So the nano blades don't go as deep into the dermis as the microblades. So again, depending on what you're looking for, that was kind of what I used to be my deciding factor. And, you know, my artist asked me a really important question before we started, which was, you know, is your goal to absolutely get rid of your eyebrow pencil or your eyebrow shading? So some ladies want to just wake up and look like their eyebrows are fully made up. And that's great for them, but for me, I didn't really want that. I just wanted to wake up and I wanted it to look like I have eyebrows. And before, there was nothing. And, you know, we talk a little bit about self-care. As women, I think a lot of us will tend to put ourselves last when we're dealing with our spouses and our children and running the household and going to work and just really not doing things for you to make you feel like your best you. And right after Christmas, you guys know I do Christmas really big, and I walked by the mirror one day and I was just like, who is this person? And so I've made a commitment to myself for, you know, this next decade to really just start taking a little time to do some special things for Melanie. So this was a birthday gift to myself, an early birthday present. So glad I did it. I'm waking up and just feeling like me again, just having kind of just a little something to help frame out my face, and really happy I did it. So I hope this was helpful for you. Now if you'd like to see me do a 10-minute makeup, I'll be happy to share it with you. And, you know, ask your questions below. I'll try to answer everything I can. I'll put Carrie's information down below. I don't usually recommend people when it comes to things about other people's bodies. So with the exception of my dermatologist, who is amazing, who I met with before I got this done to talk about concerns, and Carrie, who was the brow artist. Yeah, those two are great. So I'll list both of them. Let me know your questions in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share. It really helps out the channel when you do that. Until next time I see you guys, love and peace.